Hey there, beauties. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Liz, and on this channel, I talk about all things beautiful. And today, guys, what's in the box? What is in the box? You guys know what is in this box.
What's in the fucking box?
I am going to be trying out Kayali's newest fragrance for the first time, and I wanted to get my initial reaction to the smell of this fragrance on camera. I am going to wear it today, and I am going to come back at the end of the day and let you guys know how I feel about it. So if you guys are interested in hearing my thoughts, or you just want to hang with me, then keep on watching. So before we get into the unboxing, we have to do our beauty affirmation. And today's affirmation is, I love moisturizing my skin and keeping it healthy. Unfortunately, that is not the truth for me. Not exactly. I love moisturizing my skin with products, but I don't drink enough water, which is the most important thing. So guys, let's drink more water. It is cold outside and our skin will get dry. Okay, so I got the travel size of this fragrance. I was very close to getting the full size. I watched AI the Grace video, and I just felt like if I didn't get the biggest bottle, I was going to be missing out on my whole life. However, I also watched Rebecca Cazalo's video, and I was like, you know what? Go with your first mind. Get the travel size. The worst thing that can happen is I fall in love with it, and I will end up with 2 bottles, which is 1 travel and 1 full size. So let's smell this together. For the first time, I'm going to spray it on me. Oh wow, that rum is really coming through, and I'm really loving it. Like, that is the first thing I smell, rum and sweetness. Woo, I like that. I like that rum. Oh, I hope this lasts so long throughout the fragrance. I really do. Oh, this smells so good. So good. I'm smelling the liquor. I'm smelling the liquor, and I'm loving it. And I'm also smelling, y'all, this is powerful. Like, it's coming through. I'm almost smelling something like incense or something. Oh, this is nice. This is actually really nice. I'm feeling this so far. I'm feeling the opening. Y'all know the opening gets me every time, and then I come to the reality of what the fragrance really is when it dries down. But let me read the notes for you guys real quick. We have some rum, some vanilla, orchid, and some jasmine. We have some vanilla and spicy notes and leather, creme brulee, tonka bean, and rose in the middle. And then in the base, we have patchouli, brown sugar, argar wood, sugar, amber, and musk. You guys, the very first thing I smelled when I sprayed this was rum. Rum and something sweet. That's what I was smelling at first. And I could tell you offhand, just from initial spray, I'm really feeling this fragrance. As it's drying down, I'm getting more sweetness to it, but I'm still smelling rum. And it's also, oh, it smells so good. It's coming off a little spicy, slightly, just a little bit, but I am going to wear this today. It is early. I'm about to start work. I have some errands to run later, and I'm going to come back to you guys later and let you know if I feel like this is full bottle work. Hey beauties, I am back. It has been over 8 hours since I've had on this fragrance, and I feel like at this point I can at least tell you if I really like it or if I really love it, if I'm undecided, or if it's just a no from me. So I took some notes, and I wanted to share with you my thoughts and how I performed throughout the day. You guys saw initially when I sprayed it, the rum note was strong. That rum note was amazing. I absolutely loved it. The booziness was real. So if you like a really good boozy note, this is definitely going to be something that you enjoy in the opening. Absolutely gorgeous. There was also a hint of sweetness in there. Not too much to overpower the rum, but the sweetness was there. I did notice it. I would say maybe an hour after I sprayed it, I went into my daughter's room to ask her a question. And as I was walking out, she was like, "Oh, wow, you smell good." I said, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah, starting to fill the room with whatever it is you have on." So I was like, "Oh, thank you. I have on this new fragrance, blah, blah." So it was leaving a trail as I was walking out the room, and the fragrance was definitely filling the room, which I was super excited about. Maybe a couple of hours after I had it on, I was getting more of the sweeter notes, and I definitely picked up on the leather. Not a lot of spiciness, just a tiny bit for me. More of the leather and the creme brulee. I could smell touches of it. I will say that there was nothing in this fragrance aside from when I first sprayed the rum note. There was nothing in this fragrance that overwhelmed another note for me. I could smell little bursts of everything in small quantities. To me, when I think of it as, you know how you take medication and it's the time release capsules and they release doses of that medication at a time. That's what I felt like with these notes. I got doses of creme brulee, small doses. I received doses of leather. I received small doses of the spicy notes, but it was nothing that overwhelmed me. Like I could smell more of this than that. I can't tell you, I did not pick up on any rose in this fragrance whatsoever. Not to my nose, there was nothing. When it actually started to dry all the way down, I got more patchouli. I got a little bit of oud and brown sugar and sugar. Like the sweeter notes in the base, they really came through. That's when you smell more of the sweeter notes. But again, it's nothing where this would make this a gourmand fragrance, because it is definitely not a gourmand fragrance. It has a nice mixture of things going on. And if you guys are afraid of oud, do not be afraid to get this fragrance, because the oud is so far removed. It's like you barely smell it. I was afraid to purchase a full bottle simply because I saw leather, I saw oud, and sometimes those fragrances can be really overpowering and masculine. And although I like for my fragrances to be strong and things like that, I still want my fragrances to have more feminine qualities than masculine qualities. This fragrance can be worn by a man or a woman, but I feel like the sweeter notes in the dry down will make this lean a little more feminine than masculine, but a man can still pull this. In terms of comparing this to Kayali Vanilla 28, don't do that. This is not that fragrance. It is its own fragrance. It has its own beautiful qualities going on. I really like that, even though there's leather in here and there's patchouli, which by the way came off really earthy, but it wasn't like overpowering. And there are spices in here and oud. There is nothing in here that is too loud and in your face. Maybe I didn't spray enough of this. However, it is still not overpowering. You can still pull this off if you don't like oud. Also, I forgot to mention, maybe around 3, around 3, I came out of my room to make myself a smoothie during my break, and my son told me I smelled like vanilla extract. So I just wanted to share with you guys, because he was able to smell me, like with me not being right by him, he was still able to smell me, and he got more of the sweeter notes. I also want to say, in my opinion, this in the dry down is not a beast mode fragrance whatsoever, meaning that it's not going to overpower anybody. If a person is closer enough in your space, they will be able to smell it. But if you if you're like on the other side of the room, they're not going to be able to smell you. This is not like Tom Ford Black Orchid Strong, or why can't I, or Delina Exclusive Strong. It's not that type of strong. It has a presence, but it's like, I would say, mid projection in terms of after it really dries down. But if someone is closer enough to you in your personal space, they will still definitely be able to smell you. This fragrance smells totally different in the dry down than it does in the opening. So when my daughter smelled me later, she said, "Is that the same perfume you had on?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "It smells different." And it definitely does, as fragrances do. They change in the middle and the base, things like that. But you get more sweetness at the end. You'll be able to smell that patchouli more, but I don't think it would be off-putting. It's an earthy type of smell, in my opinion. Now, do I think that this is full bottle worthy? I do. I actually like this fragrance a lot. I feel like it's going to be really good for the winter time. If I go out on a date or something like that, I think that this will be a fragrance that I reach for. I also feel like the sugar in here and the vanilla, they give me Billie Eilish vibes. Eilish. So I plan on mixing those two together at some point after I wear this enough on its own to see how that works, because I feel like that fragrance will give this a little more sweetness, and I'm just curious to see how it rocks, because I was getting that sugar note that's in Eilish and the vanilla, I believe. I was getting that with this fragrance. It was giving me Eilish vibes a little bit, but nowhere are these dupes. I just feel like they would make a great pair, so I am going to try this out. You guys, I was really close to buying this fragrance. I was real close to buying like a full size. I watched AI the Grace video, and I felt like if I didn't have this fragrance, a full bottle, I was missing out on life. But then I saw Rebecca's video, and I saw Sunny's video of Rebecca Casallo. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. And the way that they described it, I was like, I'm glad. I'm going to stick with my mind and get the travel size. But I do want the 1.7 ounce of this bottle. I think it would be a great addition to my collection. If you guys are collectors and you just want those types of fragrances to add, I think that this would be a very good one. But start off with this travel size, because you may be expecting more gourmand based off of the notes, but you're not going to get that, and you can make that decision for yourself if you feel like it's full bottle worthy, or you just are fine with this travel size. So those are my thoughts on Kayali's Vanilla Royale. I think Mona did a really good job. This fragrance, along with Sweet Diamond, Pink Pepper, those fragrances they're like the longer lasting fragrances. They have more going on with the notes, which makes them really nice fragrances. And I am really excited about how she's improving on her fragrances, where they're not, I don't like to say basic, but Vanilla 28 is just a gourmand and it smells good, where this has some other things going on. It's not complex or anything like that, but it keeps you guessing wearing it. Like, oh, I smell patchouli. Wait, now I smell sugar. Wait, now I think I smell oud. It's that type of thing. Or in the middle, I see that leather. That rose, she's way in the background somewhere. I wasn't able to pick up on it. But I do like this fragrance. I'm happy I have it. I know some of you guys have this fragrance. Comment down below what you think of it. How do you think I reviewed this fragrance? Do you think I'm spot on? Do you think I'm missing some things? I would love to hear your thoughts. And until we meet again, guys, remember how blessed and highly favored you are. Remain safe this holiday, and I'll see you next time. Bye.